power programming with application models, one-way programs, and metadata. I am pretty much making all of these names up as I go, so they probably won't seem very familiar to programmers outside of this poem. A one-way program does not allow you to edit the data it presents. Rather, it tells you where it is, so that you can edit it with your own editor. In a more traditional program, your data does a round trip. You load it into the UI, edit it, send it to the server, and the server sends it back, and you can edit it again. So one-way programs are kind of like half programs, though they are still very useful, and it only takes a fraction of the time to develop them. Another power trick is adding metadata about your stuff into the program that you are working on. Most programming languages do have the ability to reflect upon themselves, and JavaScript, along with hefty frameworks that go on top, do it well. But when you do it on your own, you can make that richer and more uniform, and down the road, you won't have to twist code so much. Application models are programs without text or graphic user interfaces. They are purely an object in some other program. They are fully functional programs, though, that can be tested and controlled, but they do require a program wrapper around it, so they are just the heart of an application. It is like API, crafted around all the needs of a particular application, but it is completely standalone, and you need a programming language to actually use it. It is not an application, but a beautiful and complete application model, with built-in security, authentication, authorization, user management, everything. These three things, one-way applications, applications sprinkled with metadata, and application models, are very interesting, but mostly have been done to varying degrees and are not at all groundbreaking, not really, until you put them all together and stack and thus multiply their powers. Here, you can rapidly prototype or create secure applications and pretty much universal foundations that they can run on top of, and these would be very lightweight. Furthermore, I recommend relying on an object-to-relational database mapper like Objection.js inside your application models, which will give them easy database migration or upgrades, and then data seeding. And then Node HTTP proxy, which will help you gather up all your network stuff in one place where you can easily switch things around. Finally, if one-way applications don't take you far enough, before adding the full round-trip system, just consider integrating with CodeMirror, a code editor that will run in the browser. This is especially useful and safe when you run your server locally in development mode. But it can also work for administrators and yes, end users. You can simply convert data to a friendly format like YAML. Let the administrator or user edit things in that format under the watchful eye of a JSON schema, and then when they click Save, convert it back to JSON and send it into the secure application model. YAML may seem scary, but Wikipedia users didn't complain about Wikitext. So your users, or at least your administrators, may actually enjoy YAML, where they don't have to use a mouse to click in little squares and buttons everywhere, and can freely move around structured text and copy and paste and everything, with proper guidance and unobtrusive warnings from the schema validation system.